The Ones Who Live is almost here, and it is a super exciting time since Walking Dead fans will finally get to see Rick Grimes and Michonne back on screen. Just ignore the fact that this was originally going to be a movie trilogy, but hey, we get to see it on TV for a much cheaper price, and I'm not going to complain about that one bit. One thing many fans are talking about is that Scott Gimple confirmed that there will be other characters who are going to be in the show who also appeared in the other series. My name is Nicholas from Strangely Awesome Games, and here are the 5 characters we want to return in The Ones Who Live. That obviously are not Rick, Michonne, and Jadis. Number 5, Silas. Gosh, Worlds Beyond was a bit of a mess. It was just so slow at times, and it failed to make much of an impact with its characters and plot. However, there's one character from the spinoff we really hope is going to be involved with The Ones Who Live, and that is Silas. If you don't remember, Jadis told a story of how Silas became a CRM soldier and had a plan to infiltrate and expose military's nefarious plans to their government. In The Walking Dead Worlds Beyond, Silas' story was sort of left unfinished, with a cliffhanger of him joining the ranks of the Civil Republic military. His journey is unfinished, and it's clear his story has to continue on in The Ones Who Live. Why not have Silas be involved with Rick to overthrow the CRM? Why not have him be a helping hand in reuniting him with Michonne? It's quite possible they met at some point, in both of their time in Philadelphia, since we know that Rick's jacket at the end of season 11 that he worked killing walkers just like Silas did in season 2. It would make all the sense in the world to have him be involved. Number 4, Virgil. This would be the most predictable and obvious one, as Virgil's the main reason why Michonne found Rick's boots and that phone with her and Judith carved on it. Why not have a better ending of his character ever since Michonne's quote-unquote last episode? He sort of just disappeared. And yes, he was involved in season 11, but his story and character was completely underutilized and eventually just forgotten about. Maybe have him appear on The Ones Who Live and help Michonne find Rick. Give me something. If not, Virgil's gonna end up like Krista in the Telltale Walking Dead game. Unknown ending with an unfinished story and character arc. So please get a better ending, AMC. Number 3, Judith. She definitely has to be considered. After all, she is the daughter of Rick and Michonne Grimes. If this were to happen, though, it would probably when both return to Alexandria together. It wouldn't make any storyline sense for her to go after Rick herself, as Michonne has been gone for quite some time by the end of season 11. A reunion between Judith and Rick would be super cool at the end of season 1, while season 2 is more likely to feature her prominently in The Ones Who Live. A brief appearance would bring a smile to everybody, and some tears to a lot of Walking Dead fans that stuck around at the end. Number 2, Heath. Do you remember Heath? No? Understandable, because he has not been referenced or talked about in that gosh darn awful standalone episode with Tara and Oceanside. Remember? The forgettable ally in the all-out war against Negan's leadership? It was messier than my closet, that entire storyline. However, Heath had a big role in the comics, and I'm super disappointed with how he was portrayed in the show, and how much of a disappearance resulted in him turning into the new Morales. So it would make sense for his story to end here, especially with that PPP card that was left behind in his disappearance. And it sort of referenced Portland, which, quote unquote, became one of the CRM colonies. Makes storyline sense for him to be involved here, but will he be involved in Philadelphia is the big question. Remember, the PPP card was basically the Portland version. It would be super cool if Heath was like shown here or promoted into a different role, or maybe to help Rick escape knowing how close they were in Alexandria. And number 1, Morgan Jones. I mentioned this when Hayden Tyler and I were discussing the Super Bowl trailer of the show, so check that video out if you haven't. Trust me, it's really fun. The one character that I want to see The Ones Who Live the most is Morgan Jones, especially with how AMC treated his character so poorly, with the messy writing, the terrible character development, and eventually shifting his character over to Fear the Walking Dead, which was absolutely terrible. We know from the final season of Fear that he's looking to return home and try to reconnect with Rick Grimes. So why not end the show with the 2 characters who started the journey to begin with, and end it with the same 2 characters? It would be such a great reunion in a moment that I really want to see, and to have a much better ending for Morgan on the show. So, my question to you guys listening to this video is, do you agree? Who did we leave out? Let me know in the comments section and subscribe here for more Walking Dead videos. And check out our website for all things gaming and entertainment at strangelyawesomegames.com. My name is Nicholas from strangelyawesomegames.com, and I will see you soon.